Hi there, I'm Megan and I go by Solar Glow Meditations. And tonight we're going to have a distance Reiki session that will be guided by tarot deck, and I will be using crystals to kind of help guide the energy through the session. Before we get started, I do need your consent to work on your energy, so either out loud, in the comments, in your head, wherever you feel most comfortable, just consent to receive this energy. It also would also help me greatly if you could like, subscribe, whatever all the button things are. And if you guys do have requests, please do let me know in the comments. I do read through those. So yeah, I'm not really going to give an overview of this tarot reading. I'm not quite sure what it means yet, and I in fact have not pre-selected crystals for this because I'm just not sure where this is going. I can tell we need to redirect what your current trajectory is, and so we're going to work on that. I did sort of select one crystal to start with, so the first crystal is going to be this piece of obsidian. And if you guys want to buy crystals or want to know what they are, I'll link them in the description box below. This is a very, very nice piece of obsidian. And the first card that we're working with is the Ten of Swords. So painful endings, deep wounds, loss, betrayal, failure. So we are going to be working on grounding with this obsidian. I'm just going to start to take stock of where your energy is sitting at. Because you're very clearly going through something that is painful. But where is this sitting in your chakras? That's what we're going to find out. So as we start to dive into this session, I want you to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, taking long, deep breaths. Make yourself comfortable if you're sitting in a chair or laying down. Just see if you can maneuver yourself so you're just that much more comfortable. Maybe if you're cold, put a blanket over your lap, or it's not so much that there's pain, there's like an absence of pain. There's like numbness. And it's sitting right around your heart chakra. Like instead of processing the pain, you've just kind of shoved it as far down into yourself as you can so you can ignore it. We are going to take this out of your energy field. We're going to send it back down to Mother Earth. Holding on to this to process later is not serving you. It's going to cause you pain, it could cause disease, it could cause a lot of things. It could manifest itself in a lot of ways. So you need to let go of it. The amazing thing about this is that you're trying so hard not to think of it, what it is that you don't want to let go of, that you've actually like emptied your mind very nicely. Like you are doing a great job of meditating, but you're using it as a way to not deal with your feelings. I'm gonna grab my piece of selenite to use with this. Oh my goodness, okay. Adding this selenite, this is really like heavy, dense energy. My friend, I need you to let it go. This is a safe space. I'm not here to judge you. You need to stop judging yourself. It is what it is, and all that we can do is understand perhaps what was, move forward. What are you going to do differently in the future? Okay. We're going to move on to the next crystals because this energy does not want to move, so we need to see what else is happening. Head over heart, disciplined, mental clarity, authority. Maybe you're not following your heart, friend. I think that is what is happening. Perhaps there has been some sort of breakup or something that's ended that is not what you really wanted. Like logically, it made the most sense, perhaps on paper, but it's not what you really wanted. So we're going to use some green adventuring for your heart chakra. This is a nice, cool little triangular piece. It's almost like, it reminds me of those erasers that you'd have on number 2 pencils back in school. And the next card we're working with is the King of Swords. So you have a lot of mental clarity about why it is things happened the way they did and why you're at where you're at now. And that's good, but that doesn't mean you're aligned with where your heart is. And we're getting some movement there. It's almost like you turned off your heart chakra. That was that numb feeling that we had going on there. Okay, deep breaths in and out. Your heart is just like sucking up this energy. It's like, thank goodness, a breath of fresh air. Some attention, some of what we've been looking for here. actually going to grab my Herkimer diamond for this one too. We're going to amplify this and turn it up like 10 notches because you have been depriving yourself and we do not need that. This is the Herkimer. You might start to feel yourself relaxing. I want to say that your jaw is starting to unclench a little bit. Maybe your shoulders are laid back down a little more. Just start to feel you relax a little bit more. It's good. Keep breathing. The next card is the Seven of Cups. And you might be searching for a purpose or daydreaming, perhaps about this thing that you've lost. You know what? We're using sunstone. This is happening. Sunstone is bright, it's spicy, it lights you up, and it's perfect for this daydreaming that's going to be happening. What is it that your heart really wants? What have you been ignoring because it was the logical thing to do? We're not focusing on that anymore. We're focusing on what your heart wants, even if it doesn't make sense. Now my shoulders just relaxed even more, so it's like your spine is coming into alignment, your chakras are aligning, which makes energy flow up and down your body from the earth, from the cosmos, and kind of you see yourself as like a tree and a conduit for like a lightning strike, like energies coming down from the heavens down to the earth through you and up through the earth up to the heavens through you. You get the benefit of this energy going to and from your body through your chakras, and allowing that to flow helps clear you out and keep you cleansed and keep you energized. And your heart was like off to the left a little bit. Now that that's like back into alignment and you're allowing your heart to speak, this energy is just like so excited and so happy to be flowing up and down. I also can tell that you might be getting a little bit lightheaded. If you are, just make sure you take it easy after the session is over and be very careful when you not wake up when you stand up if you're laying or sitting. The best thing to do is not always logical. And it doesn't have to be. You make the rules, you set your own life up. It can be whatever you want it to be. And even if it doesn't make sense on paper now, it will later, because you're going to make those things fall into place. Oh, okay. So, next card is the Six of Cups. So, what are we going to use? You know, I had actually pulled out Sharite for this, and I'm going to keep with this one. When I first started, I was attempting to attach crystals to cards, and I just was struggling with it. But this one did come out for this card. So the Six of Cups is all about happy memories, and this is in the near future position. And Sharite is really great at your top chakras. Believe it or not, you actually have chakras above your head. Your 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th chakras go above your crown chakra. And this really helps align you with these outer chakras, happy memories, some of that daydreaming energy, that joy. What will you feel if you follow your heart? What? Yeah, that's the question. What? I can tell your mind is very busy right now. That's okay. Your wheels are turning through the logistics of whatever that heart aligning activity is for you. And as you start thinking through some of those logistics, you're starting to realize that while you might have had some blocks around what is and should be because of your head, like following your heart isn't going to change who you are. Like your social status, your financial situation, your you. Like some of those things might adjust, but at the end of the day, like you are you. And so it will be okay. Okay. This stone is calling me to go with the last card. So the last card is the devil. And we have some argonite. Reminds me a little bit of like what I think a dinosaur egg would look like. But the devil in the upright position talks about how part of what was drawing you up to your following your head over your heart is kind of these fears that are deep seated that you're I don't quite have the right words for it. It talks about kind of your shadow self and kind of your deep seated fears. So, how do we stay out of addiction? How do we stay out of codependency? How do we get away from materiality? And you're afraid to lose some of those things by following your heart because, say, you want to leave a prestigious job to go open a flower shop. Like, it's a very scary leap to make that has a lot of financial implications on paper that might change your social status and your financial situation. But it's what you really want to do, so you should do it. And if you go at it with all of your passion and all of your heart and giving it your all, then the rest of those things will fall into place, and this time of transformation will be kind of scary. It'll be a lot of growth, it'll be a lot of change, and you don't want to fall into the pattern of being stuck because you're afraid. You should live your life with passion and not with fear. I know that's really easy to say, and it feels like a lot of platitudes, but it's so very, very true. So I feel this kind of bit of grief and not the numbness returning, but you're starting to process some of those feelings that you had kind of buried down in your heart at the very beginning. This is very much felt like kind of a cycle of a Reiki session, so pulling you out of that shell into feeling and being passionate about what it is that you want, to now processing what it means to actually go make that a reality. And feeling some of that grief is okay, because change leads or can lead to grief if it's something that you love dearly. But life, unfortunately, does not stay stagnant. And I don't say that to mean like, unfortunately, because that's what life is. Life is change. But I know the grief and heartache of that nostalgia and that familiarity kind of being in your comfort zone is really hard to get away from sometimes, and being pulled out of that can be a lot. So well, I feel like you have some more things to think through, things to process, and yeah, it's gonna be okay. That's what I can guarantee you, because if it's not okay yet, then you're not to the good part of the story yet, and the stories don't end until you get to the good parts. So with that, I will leave you to process, relax, and sleep if that's what you need, or wherever it is that you've landed. But I want to thank you for taking the time to be with me today. I wish you the best, and I will catch you next time. Namaste.